style and grace.
They'll put a smile on your face.
Tonight you won't forget their name.
The only thing that separates women of color from anyone else is opportunity.
I think our goals remain the same as they have almost from day one with regard to the showcase, which is to impact the industry, to bring to the forefront, to industry decision makers, the most talented, diverse actors and writers that we can possibly find. Each year I'm more encouraged and more excited about how far we've really come in terms of making this the industry gold standard in terms of showcases.
Showcase is a huge priority for the executives at CBS. It's really one of our biggest efforts to promote diversity in the entertainment industry, and we do it in a way that's not abrasive or pointing fingers. It's just a fun, energetic, and laugh out loud event that gets people talking, gets people interested in diversity and how they can promote that in their projects.
We've provided more jobs and opportunity at the CBS Diversity Comedy Showcase than probably anyone in Hollywood. We've had over 65 series regulars. People have gone on and received managers, agents, guest stars, supporting roles. It's really been quite amazing, but what it is just through the help of our casting, Fern Orenstein, and the people that work on the show, Whitney and Tiffany Smith on Hawaii. We have a lot of people invested in this show, Josie Thomas. They have years of experience. They're doing the best show possible to get the best results. I always say it's not a showcase, it's a show, and that's what this show proves.
Hey, it's a gimmick, all right? His songs are too descriptive.
Okay, that's dumb. Of course Stevie Wonder is blind.
He's not blind. Lucille.
Yep.
I gotta be somewhere at 5:30. Is this clock right?
Oh, it's actually 5 minutes fast.
Okay, come on, let's go.
It's
let's
not
do
a Braille clock. It might be a Braille
Here we
clock.
go. Nah.
You don't know that. Okay, here we go. Yeah.
John said I can see and he ain't wrong. I've been playing blind for way too long. Ooh, baby, I can see I'm reading these lyrics right now. Yeah.
Inside the park home run. Oh, and Billy batting balls, throwing streamers in celebration. He just can't contain his excitement any longer. What a climax. Yeah.
Someone needs to kill him. Someone needs to kill
Lincoln here.
'Cause we all die for the perfect life.
I was taking a bubble bath, and the bubbles on my titties look damn good. So I was gonna take a picture that's good to show my ex what his ass had been missing. And then my phone and my cheap-ass charger fell in the water and shocked my ass.
The first time I heard about the CBS Showcase was on Actors Access, actually. So I was scanning the breakdowns and I saw CBS Sketch Diversity Showcase. I clicked it and it was asking for African Americans, Asian Americans, et cetera, I am African American. So I submitted. That was last year, actually. So for last year's showcase, I auditioned. That was my first time. And that went really well. And then I came back again a second year. And here we are. The way this process has changed me has been, it's made me a better auditioner, that's for sure. I learned in the room that you are always auditioning. And so Rick had told us that fairly early on, and maybe in early weeks as well, like as the process progressed. But I found that it's true, and I want to take this with me everywhere now, and everything I do, is that you're always auditioning. Another positive thing, which is maybe not industry related, but maybe, I've made a lot of friends, and I've made a lot of connections in that regard, but I feel like I have this whole new family of diverse performers, and that's probably the best part, if you ask me.
Big part of the show is also casting. You know, we're seeing 4,000, people apply, 2,500 actually audition for us, and she sees people in Chicago and New York. So it really is the casting process. Then once it's cast, and once me and her agree with the cast, we go through a process of work, which is 4 months. So it's a long process. It's really long. It's grueling. It's a grueling process.
I have to admit, when I went in for my first audition, I was not really prepared for what it was. And I remember walking into the room, and it was Dory and a camera. And for those of you who don't know Dory, picture the friendliest pair of glasses you've ever seen in your life. So that's what was waiting for me in the room. And I did these pieces, these bits that I had prepared. And I remember when I was done, Dory paused for a minute and said, "Wow, you are really weird." And that was a great feeling. It was a great feeling to be recognized, and I knew exactly what he meant by that, and I was very relieved to hear him say that. So I was expecting something that was very imposing, very massive, and impersonal, and what I found was people like Dory were actually very friendly and wonderful, and great people to work with in a process like this.
So we see thousands of actors in LA, in New York, in Chicago. We get self-tapes from all over the country. And one way that just keeps it so organized and makes it an efficient process and a process that we can work with is by using EcoCast. And just the team at Breakdown Service in general, they're able to keep things so organized and effective. We can get links to the other staff members with the snap of a finger, and that way it just makes the whole process streamlined and work more efficiently. But I'm Dory, I'm the manager of casting at CBS. When anybody at this table makes you cry, you can come to me. I'll try to make it better, but
no, he won't.
I probably won't, actually. I used to, now I do. Yeah, so if you ever have any questions and just need to talk to someone, feel free to come up to me. I'll be at all the rehearsals.
The rehearsals in the basement at CBS Radford Studios, it is a just mind-numbingly just tedious process that is incredibly stressful. You're being thrown a ton of sketch ideas and a ton of sketches, and you have time to rehearse them, but it's really a do or die situation at all times. So it was an incredibly stressful process, but it was worthwhile.
Listen, I've seen like every scary movie ever. The virgin always survives.
Oh, shit.
And the black person always dies first.
You don't get to work every day on your craft all the time. And it's nice to just have a spot around other people that are funny, talented, so much more talented than I am, and to see them work, it just ups your level every day. You're there working on jokes, making things better. You're working, collaborating with writers, collaborating with Rick, collaborating with all the other actors, and just being around all those people automatically lifts your game. So you're just getting better every day because you're working on your craft. You're beating on your craft every day. You have to learn to kind of like trust everybody and learn to give and take a little bit more and step back and just kind of let everything happen.
Yes, you do, girl.
This computer's broken. Hey, Robert, I need your help. Okay, boy.
The crazy thing to me was, because I didn't come from like a sketch background or anything like that, was that there was no rehearsal. It was literally 60 writers being like, here's my script, here's my script, here's my script, okay, go. And just, like, sometimes when I'd go up, like, I hadn't even read the script, and I was reading it for the first time, like, cold. So that was really crazy. My biggest takeaway, I guess, is just going with the flow, rolling with the punches, whatever they throw at you. You know, don't second guess it, just do it.
You know, finding the funny and finding funny casts, I think there is an organic thing that happens in the basement. I know everybody discusses the basement. It's this horrible room that we're in, and, you know, it's a lot of work. But I do think that organically, once you start to get the cast working together and they figure out what this is, they start to come up with ideas, and they know, oh, that might really work. And I think people get an idea that you can't just come in if you haven't really read your scenes, really heard them out loud. I think early on they realized, like, wait a minute, when we stop a scene and say, did you hear this out loud? What did you think was funny about it? I know that sounds really awful, but it does help in the process.
So I'm Whitney, and I'm the manager of Entertainment Diversity. This year we'll probably select 50-ish writers to invite to participate in the program. It's an excellent, excellent opportunity to just get your voice heard.
As you guys get into this, you'll see I'm not like good with pitches, so I don't read. So ever. We like it all material. Don't you agree? It's the more inappropriate, probably the better.
Well, you're not writing for Nickelodeon.
Smart.
Smart is obviously, yes. Smart and not, obviously from some of the times we've seen before that we don't want to be making sure that, yes, it is a diversity showcase, but we want to make sure that that doesn't always supersede the funny. So that is very important as well.
There's no sugarcoating it whatsoever. It's hard as fuck, I will say that. It really, really is. It's a lot of fun, though, in the process as well.
It's been amazing. It's been an incredible experience. Realizing it's like, oh, I'm not writing parts that I would have played. I'm writing parts for women, and I'm writing parts for African American women and African American men and Latino women, and I'm Latino, but just, it's been great kind of just discovering writing and discovering writing comedy for, dealing with race, dealing with diversity, with, with all different kinds of things that I never even thought that I was interested in, and just found it through the cast and through the other writers and through Rick and Fern and everyone. It's been great.
I feel battle tested because of how that experience went. I had written for sketch teams before, but this was a new beast, and it was cool getting in there and figuring out how to navigate the waters that was CBS in the basement.
This whole entire experience would shape your outlook on everything and to help you to be tighter, more efficient, to maximize all the possibilities. It's just a great program to be a part of in every way, shape, or form. It's intense, but once you come through the other side, it's like, oh, I did that. I made that happen. So your confidence level rises.
And I am one of the writers of the opening number, which is a big musical number. And yeah, it's very different from any other sketch because literally every actor is on stage and singing at the same time. There's harmony, there's background vocals, so we kind of had to get organized and get everybody singing different parts. And luckily it sounds great and it looks great. I'm really excited to have been a part of that.
It's literally the industry, the entire span of someone's career, I feel like truncated to like 3 or 4 months, because you're getting to deal with pitching, writing, some performing, directing, and it's all happens in this 4-month span to put on a live show for everybody that matters in Hollywood. It couldn't be a bigger playing field to be on for especially an amateur writer like myself. So it puts you on the map, and it's sort of a lot to take in, but it's such a fun and wild process to be a part of.
I'm not nervous for an industry crowd to see it. I'm excited to finally show off what we've been doing for 4 months, because I think it's going to be a great show. Coming from stand-up, I'm used to just writing for myself in my own voice, and it's been amazing to write for a diverse cast of people. The big difference for me writing for an ensemble rather than stand-up comedy is I get to say a lot more and do a lot more, because in stand-up you have to be the voice of everything you say, but with a wide cast I can create all different kinds of characters and have them do and say lots of things I could have never done myself.
Be able to pull stuff from the back of your pocket because things change all the time. Fern wants something new, Dory wants something tweaked, Rick's just saying things that you kind of have to adjust to, so just be able to adapt well.
I am very proud of this show. I'm proud of the opening number that I worked on. I'm proud of everything else that other people worked on. If I'm nervous at anything, it's just the networking, social part of it. But in terms of the show, I think the show's ready. It's good to go. I'm really happy with it.
I really hope at the end of the day, you know, to make an impact on the industry and to show them, especially writers that look like me, that we can contribute and we can create great art, excellent comedy, and you should staff us.
Coming from writer to head writer, now I view the thing in terms of like what's best for the show overall. Before I was just like, I got to get my sketch in, kind of like my single goal. But now you kind of like, after seeing what makes a successful show, like last year's, like it's really like forming the team and forming like the best thing that services our great cast and utilizing the best minds in our writer's room.
It's a lot more work than I thought it would be. It's still a lot of fun, but now it's more analytical than it is creative. It's having the foresight to think, this is a funny sketch in the room, but what's going to really play on that big stage? So yeah, that's kind of the challenging part. It's different, but I'm enjoying it.
It's been amazing. We're actually more on track today than we were at this time last year. I don't know if it's the talent that is just, you know, putting forward their best, or the writers. We just found like writers that just know how to make things pop. But as of today, and having a rehearsal that we had today, and having the energy of this room, we are on the fast track to having an amazing, amazing show. Absolutely amazing show.
You're working out that muscle so much that an audition later on sort of becomes such an easy thing for them, that I think that's where it really changes for them. I also think that because we get so many agents and casting directors, and you know, that they see this immediate change, and a lot of them will end up signing with all these different agents and managers that will, you know, help in their career as well. But it's the confidence. I think they change completely from when they got there to by the time we get into the theater in January.
At the end of the day, especially as a performer, just to be in the showcase, I think that's really, at least for me, what I like keep focusing on, because that's really where the opportunity is, and just to have this on your resume, to be a performer is, that's all you're asking for.
My black life don't matter, your black life don't matter. I drove y'all asses here. I'm the only one with the valid registration.
Boy, I have a real alive boy.
Vicious puppies to hunt down Syrian refugees.
Jesus Christ!
Co-writing a sketch and performing in it and it making the show were just three things that were like an incredible combination. So you're constantly just juggling your show pretty much every day, because you don't know which one is going to be the one that features you or which sketch is going to get cut. And so, yeah, it's a little bit of an emotional roller coaster because we have so much invested into this show and we want to present our best foot forward, but we just don't know which sketch is going to do that for us. And so, yeah, so it was difficult, but we just had to remain calm and trust in the process and our leaders, and yeah, just believe that our show is going to benefit everybody. And so in the process, it was hard to see that silver lining because we were just so clouded with insecurities and frustrations and pressures and, you know, nerves, and it was a challenge for sure.
I am Weed Wonka, and welcome to my weed dispensary.
Working all female sucks big balls because random men comment on my ass.
Nice.
Trying to ignore men's cat calls, but still the gay men shout out yes.
If you should smile, if you don't, that's rude. It's cool when a man yells at you on the streets. Hoes love attention from stranger dudes. Come here, let me compliment you on your feet.
The CBS Showcase has changed me, and it's given me confidence. Confidence in my abilities, confidence in my writing. I have not been on a stage with a cast of this caliber ever, to be sharing the stage with Second City main stage actors and UCB teachers, and to be on this level and know that I'm holding my own has been the biggest change.
It was magic hour over the New York harbor. Oh my God, look at us. We look fierce. We're leading. I'm leading. Ah!
Are you drunk again?
No. Yes.
And I feel really grateful that I got to go through this. It was hard, but I don't feel like it was any more difficult than what the rest of my career will be like. It's just like the front door. This is the toll booth for me. This was just very, like a great learning experience. I had a fantastic time. It was really stressful, but I don't look back on it. I have no regrets. I left everything. I did everything I wanted to do. I just really enjoyed my time.
I maybe came in, no matter how much I thought I knew about it before, I was not really prepared for what it was. And I think you can come in with a little bit of a set of preconceived notions about what you think it's going to be or how you can, you know, put your stamp on it. And you can do that, but maybe not in the way that you think you can. And at a certain point, I think I learned you have to like let go, and the thing is what it is. It's its own beast, and you can't really change it. So to kind of go more with the flow. Thanks, Principal Mom.
You're welcome.
Oh, I better take it a little bit slow. I'm still a little full from that shepherd's pie. Hold on, that's my Uncle Joe. That motherfucker stole my nose. Hey, Joe, give me my nose back. Give me my nose.
Give it back.
Give me my nose. I gotta get back to that gymboree.
Oh yeah, I used to be a member, but I never went.
You learn to let go and work on your feet a lot. I feel like this process was a crash course in learning, like, here's 11 scripts and make choices right off the bat and go, and be able to let go whenever, you know, you bomb or you do great or you get attached to something and it's instantly gone. It's, I think that was a really great lesson.
Well, it's been a super intense process, so through it, I've become a much stronger performer, writer, actor. I've learned that I'm still very capable of crying, because it's been very intense. And probably a big way it's changed me is put me in touch with some great friends and people that I'm probably gonna know for the rest of my life, for the rest of this journey in acting.
It's the first of its kind. My lord hath decreed it. A dick pic!
I would say this is one of the most unique experiences I've ever been in, this type of show where we get to put not only a mixture of sketch talent, but we get like Broadway talent and singers and dancers and comedians and, you know, actors and all these different styles of writers. It's one of the most versatile arenas of funny people and talented actors and writers put together to put on such a fun, unique show. And it's a rare opportunity that we get to do it in such a packed house of industry that just have fun, enjoy every second of it. Don't spend time getting stressed out, because it can be stressful. I mean, you're in the basement for 3.5 months, for hours and hours. It could be a grueling schedule. You still have a life where you got to pay bills and you got to do other stuff. So, I mean, it can be tough, but you might as well enjoy everything because it only happens once. So, just love the process.
Making the night music in the moonlight, mighty night.
Raymond, but you said you were gonna get it.
And I decided not to.
You were supposed to be the mule. You know what you did? You did a commit and quit. No, you're not. That's black magic. Everything we touch looks like a gun. Kick it!
I felt like I'm totally supported, and I'm here now, and I feel like I'm being very represented in this showcase and doing what I want to do and what I do best, and I think they saw that in me, and I think they see that in everybody, and it's interesting to see how I feel like the showcase is, they're doing what's great for the showcase, and I do feel like they're doing what's great for everybody else. So I think sometimes it can be hard to doubt it when you're going through all those rehearsals and the sketches that you're putting up are falling on the ground and they're not working, but I do think that they have everyone's best intention at heart as well as the showcase.
The process of Showcase is very stressful, it's very time-consuming, and because of that, we make lifelong bonds with the cast and crew and writers and general staff on the showcases. And it's hard not to get invested in these people's careers and want to see them succeed, not just during Showcase or during the months after Showcase, but in their career as a whole. And for that reason, we're always always thinking of people that could be right for roles on CBS, and also helping casting directors and network executives elsewhere to promote the diversity from our showcase.
I will say keep a positive attitude and a positive mindset, and remember in the back of your head that you're here for a reason. There were thousands of people who auditioned and you're there. Remember that. So that means somebody saw something in you. You have something that brought you into the room. So keep that in the forefront of your mind, even when you feel like stuff is not happening the way you want it to, the opportunities are not coming like you wanted to. You clearly have something, otherwise you wouldn't be there. So keep that positive mindset and remember why you're there and do the dang on thing.
The Lucius Lion King.
Why, it's Empire! But it's like Empire. Daddy issues, lots of daddy issues. Daddy issues. Everybody look left. Everybody look right.
He wore that to work.
God, I love Casual Fridays.
Come in as a sponge and soak it up and be willing to try different things. My whole thing was just to kind of take everything in, because Fern and Rick and everybody involved, they've been doing this for so long. Who am I? Like, even as a singer, when I go to places, I just soak things in because you don't, know what you can learn. So I've learned so much from everybody here, and I just say come in with an open mind, even to the scheduling, even to, it's really like chaotic in the basement, but when you get that rundown, just do your best and go for it. Like my dad says, throw everything to the wall and see what sticks. If it's a character you've never done before or something you just don't feel comfortable with, just do it, because it might just be, something that you're very good at and that fits you very well.
If you have any doubts, and this is for, I guess, not only Eddie, but any prospective person who wants to do the showcase, if you're having any sort of doubts, like, I would say just squash those immediately. Do it. It's a great, especially if you're coming from out of state like I was. It's such a great introduction to the city and the business. So have no fear. Just do it.
Always be a team player. This is something that I've heard time and time again, and Rick will say it all the time too, that it's better to be someone that is well-liked and that is really easy to work with than somebody who might be very talented but is not a collaborative person and is a diva, because people remember that. And so you want to be able to establish and maintain good working relationships with people who because you never know when the next opportunity will be or who will give you that opportunity. So I think it's really important and beneficial to be a team player, to be collaborative, to be open to new ideas, and to foster the relationships with this amazing cast, these writers, and CBS Network.
Go for it every day. This is a cutthroat business. It's fun once you get to the hang of it, but go for it as if it was your last time. And remember to let go, because sometimes it's not about your acting skills. Sometimes it's not about what you brought to the table. Sometimes it's simply a look or something that you do, So let it go.
One of the things that I also really appreciate is Breakdown Services has been there for us. They've been tried and true through our rehearsals and at the theater and, getting our showcase filmed, and we really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
I would, of course, like to thank our mama Fern for looking out for us, and also to Rick. I hope he watches this. He joked that if I got a job, I would fire him instantly, and that's not true. Rick, I would let you work for like a week, and then I would fire you. Kidding. You would totally have a job. Rick, I love you. Hello.
I want to thank all the writers, even the ones that didn't make it into the showcase with their material.
CBS, I appreciate Fern and everybody, Rick, all of Kenan, I appreciate everybody for this opportunity, because it's been cool.
Special shout out to Whitney Davis, Big Sis, I love you. Special shout out to Rick and Fern, you guys are effective. Special shout out to the cast and the crew and everyone that made Showcase happen. it's been a wild ride, and I'm still coming down off of it. But thank you for the experience.
A big thank you to all the CBS Showcase writers, the head writers, John Barnett and Gina Gusto. I want to thank Candace Feldman and Whitney Davis. Thank you so much to the whole CBS team for seeing something in me.
I'm not saying people that are diverse are any better or worse than anyone else. I'm just making it an opportunity for those people. An opportunity that's been neglected in Hollywood for so long that we're almost used to it.
Who are you guys?
We are the Black Stormtroopers! Woo!
You're gonna need more than 4 stormtroopers.
You think it's only 4 of us? Say that. Man, we got a whole herd of diverse stormtroopers.
I said diverse
stormtroopers!
CBS Diversity Showcase!
Showcase!
This is CBS. CBS. Striving for the best. CBS. Won't take nothing less. Showcase. Ceilings beyond break. Mystery in the lake. It's ours for the taking. CBS. 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 Showcase.
The CBS Diversity Showcase!